they really played us that full sit down of sending home Andrea and watching the whole thing. It really did feel like, gosh, this is kind of stupid that this became such a big issue, because at the end of the day, the girls had a tough decision to make and they sent Andrea home. You know, like that's it. They talked, they figured it out. That's the decision they came to. It's just unfortunate that like taking a back seat, trying to take a back seat, whatever the language used became such a big part of it. And who knows, maybe it would have steered the show in a different direction. You know, Rob kind of made it clear that, you know, at the time he still had feelings for Leah, and that was some information that he really wanted to know. But that's where that ended and kind of needed to. I feel like the surprise was Nicole and Kendall, because we have not seen a lot of them on social media. They have not posted a ton. Rhea and I discussed, you know, what happened with Kendall when the show ended. It seemed a little wild for Nicole to bring it up the way she did and not kind of have Kendall speak to it first. But I feel for Nicole. I feel for Kendall. I think, you know, Kendall went through a lot, and he's still dealing with all of that. And Nicole is still trying to navigate her relationship with him. And so for her, in order for them to even talk about their relationship, it kind of does have to be brought up in a way that Nicole can express that she feels like she was lied to, and that's such a big thing for her. But it really did also kind of feel like a read the room situation, because everyone was like, okay, we get it, you're sad, but like Kendall just Kendall just dealt with all this craziness and having like such an intimate thing exposed. But at the same time, for Nicole to hear the truth of that, of it being like before the show on a dating app, you're gonna like Nicole. You're gonna question, like Nicole's gonna question his intentions going into the show, I feel. So it's like, it's tough because she's just so hyper focused on her relationship, which is fair, and how it made, you know, and how it made her feel too. And everyone's seeing it, else is seeing it kind of from a bigger picture standpoint of like, well, okay, Kendall just went through this crazy thing. Like, let's keep that in mind. But yeah, I felt bad. I felt bad for both of them. Kendall seemed extremely uncomfortable. Nicole seemed extremely sad where like things have gone with her and Kendall. So I don't know. I feel like that was kind of the only big thing. No? That like I every other discussion was like very expected. Like I didn't feel like there was apologies that were said.
Yeah, it is so funny that there were just so many people who just said nothing.
Like, they just got to stand there and watch. Yeah. And then their only parts were like sending them into the green room to do the Pizza Hut ads.
Oh, that was the most blatant product placement.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was like, oh, time to go into the green room and have a slice of pizza. Guys, wasn't that this drama so crazy?
Yeah. I did like the in-between stuff, like when they're mic'd in between.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
After, to see what their reactions are. But
Janae having like a full paper of like quotes of like things people said, I thought was really funny. And once again, there's probably so much more that we saw. We also know Kaylor like alluded to cameras following certain people home. So like when they went to their hometowns and things like that, like we didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
So they really kept it pretty short. I don't know if that's like maybe something down the line we would see, but I don't know. I feel like Kaylor was also worried about how that was going to go down with Aaron, but at the end of the day, like it was pretty quick.
It was.
Like,
I wonder if they cut a lot.
They probably cut a lot of it, would be my guess. But Aaron like revealed what he revealed, that he, you know, because he did not tell Kaylor the part about, you know, putting his hands down Danielle's pants, and then he said it. I don't know if it was his accent or also like the way it said it. Like almost sounded like he didn't even say Danielle's name right when he said that.
Really?
Yeah, he like it came like really. He said it. I think he just said it really fast, but
Aaron was getting attacked from all angles.
Yeah, it was tough. Brought up BFFs on the BFFs podcast.
Yeah, and he didn't bring it up once. He brought it up like he's like it was almost like a blatant plug. Like you can watch it, watch the full thing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, No, I mean Aaron's obviously going through it as well, but it's crazy to say that information for the reunion when they spent a lot of time together and they had been in New York together. Like, we'll get into it more because Kaylor has more to share and talk about it, so we can talk about it with that. But
do you think that he thought
that
it
was
was
kind of
gonna
like the whole
come
reunion,
out, and then that's why he said it? Because if he didn't say it to this point, why didn't he just not
I
say it at
have
all?
no idea. Maybe like, right? It's like if you lied about it for this long, just like keep lying about it. I don't know. Yeah, that was not the greatest, I would say. And then I don't know. I just feel like everything else. There was no like groundbreaking moment. Like that footage of them sending Andrea home, no groundbreaking moment. I don't think it vindicated anybody. Like, I think they all chimed in. They all had things to say about sending Andrea home. Or keeping Nicole. I think, Ariana made a good point. It's like, well, if you're pushing for Nicole, it is sending Andrea home, regardless of if you're saying Andrea's name or not. But yeah, I mean, that's like kind of what we saw. Granted, there wasn't like any new clips of Leah pushing for Andrea. Like it was like that same soundbite that we already saw of her being like, I'm not sure she's here for the right reasons. Yeah. That was it. Valid thought. Like, so I don't know. That just, and they're all tired of talking about it. They're all friends. They're all fine with it. So it is what it is. But yeah, the fans have been so loyal and so crazy that I do feel for some of those bombshells, some of those Casa girls and all those things who like just have gotten ripped to shreds online for just like the smallest things. And that's tough. And I thought Serena was really like summed it up well when she was just like, I don't like want to have anything to do with that stuff. And like, I don't subscribe to like that kind of
I also thought Serena was good at diffusing the Nicole Kendall, like she said what she said about them. That was good.
Yeah, definitely. Because no, that had to have been tough for Nicole because she does have her feelings, and then she probably feels like nobody is hearing her. And in that moment, you're probably feeling like, oh my God, everybody's just piping up to support Kendall, which is also like, Kendall just had this crazy thing. Like Kendall deserves some of the, like Kendall deserves that support right now, 100%. It's just like, it's got to be tough. It's got to be really tough. She's the one that's in the relationship with him. So, whether they're having conversations or different conversations, the fact that they were even having this conversation on stage,
I was shocked made that they brought it up.
Right, made it seem like they really weren't talking behind closed doors. Like they were saying, you haven't reached out to me. You haven't talked to me. And then for her to be like, we are still together. Like I haven't ended it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're still together? Doesn't really sound like you're still together. I don't know. That's like, you don't have to be together, by the way. Like it sounds like you don't really want to right now.
And they kept asking like, what can you do to regain your trust? And she didn't really like have
right. Or if anything, just be like, hey, I think we need to take a break or something,
Yeah.
Like.
Which, I mean, I guess they have taken.
Yeah. It's just like, I guess the labels of it is what they're sort of leaving